Get off the gear, get stronger gear, get fucking high as you can. And this cat will not shut the fuck up. Time for a review.
Campione, 13 episodes, 2012 vintage.
I had a bit of expectations for this. This seemed very cool. The drawing was very nice. Renaissance-y weapons, clothing, epic tellings of gods being involved with humans and them fighting. Though this was extremely mediocre. Just middle road. Didn't really get into it that much. There was some funny moments and did watch it, and it was an okay story, but we'll go into what happens. This young man, typical high school Japanese boy like every other fucking show out there, he somehow comes across some powers and artifact he was left to him by his grandfather. And he come across this girl who's a knight and interacts with gods and fights them. So he comes along, minding his own business, comes across a sword, kills this great Norris god of war or something, and he gets the attention of all these individuals in this community of god fighting and whatnot. He falls in love with an entire harem of Renaissance Western big-titted, slightly slutty girls, and instead of being the whole normal shy, coy or whatever, he's just cool with it and he just rolls on and keeps on walking, more or less. So he gets out of some sort of, bathhouse orgy and he goes for a fucking walk. He interacts with a couple other gods, mostly the Greek god Athena. She's a fucking lolly for all intents and purposes. I don't know. In the middle has a very interesting fight with this Lord Duke, interesting old fella that, raises knights and individuals from the dead and whatnot. That was very cool. Saved some girl from him. Once that ended, things got a bit blurry, bit of a mess, and fell in a heap near the end of the story. Not a very exciting conclusion. Nonetheless, there is a few good points, very well drawn, beautiful effects. The acting was not terrible or anything, the soundtrack was decent. Nonetheless, it just falls apart at the story, and the characters are not too deep or interesting or any development, especially with the leading girl, this lady in red. Comes across him, she's like, who the fuck? And then immediately gets slutty and lovey with him without any development. Nonetheless, that's what I got to say. Not really going to recommend it at all. If these sort of things sound to be your cup of tea, by all means check it out. If not, fuck it and move on. Peace the fuck out, guys, and catch you later. Not all anime out there are a winner.